I'm Mary Glass, Executive Director of the Manatee Education Foundation, and I am so excited. This is the 16th annual Phil Galvano Golf Classic, and the records are being broken today. We've raised over $200,000 and also $70,000 in in-kind donations, so we're eking up to that $300,000, which is just phenomenal. And the beauty of all of this is that we get to help the teachers in a time when, you know, between budget cuts and all the things that go on, we really are just so pleased that we're really going to be able to have a wonderful Ready for School rally this summer. So, but today the weather is beautiful. We just had a beautiful reception last night with a lot of VIPs and dignitaries in the community. Bill Galvano and his family were on hand. It was just an absolutely superb night out at the Longboat Key Club, right on the golf front. So, what a way to start the day. We've got Anna Maria Oyster Bar is setting up for lunch. So we've got that started now, and the players are going to get ready to have a nice lunch. We have a bagpiper serenading the tournament at 1 o'clock, and we're going to it's a shotgun tournament with a scramble, so it's going to be about 36 teams, and we're just really excited about today and really looking forward to a fun day, but also at the same time a day where we're really going to be able to help the school district this year. The Manatee Education Foundation, which was started in 1988 by Marge Canan, has been a very, very sound institution that has really helped the district in so many ways. I think sometimes we don't take the time to sing our praises. We're busy helping with the school, which might be articulating programs in the classrooms. But I think the biggest thing, I joined the foundation 5 years ago, and we really want to take it to another level. We had a $1 million grant that we brought in 2 years ago. That's when we really got into the community and helped with the internet and having internet access and technology classes. We had community places like the Dream Center and the CCRA that had the equipment but couldn't afford to have the trainers, and we were able to layer in those trainers, and that made a huge difference to the community with helping we trained over 2,000 people this last 2 years, so we're really excited about it. There's several programs. Barbara Harvey's program that we had some of the children that were trained, and then there was the Boys and Girls Club we were able to partner with. So I just like the way the Manatee Education Foundation has evolved and able to not only help the school district but bring in community programs and help some of the elderly, because it's important for the parents to have internet access and training, because if the children do not have access to computers, they're not going to make it today. We're in a world where you even have to apply online for just about anything in this day and age. It's a paperless world, and it's important, and I'm just so happy that we were blessed to get a federal grant of that size and be able to help them. But today it's all about the Galvano Golf Classic, and I can't sing the praises of Bill Galvano enough. This man is running for the Senate. He will be our next senator, and I'm just so pleased that we are able to partner with him every year for the last 16 years. And we are so grateful to be able to work with Bill. Thank you.
Absolutely. This is a wonderful example of partnerships at work. You know, Manatee Schools, along with Manatee Education Foundation, really soliciting donations from the community really to go right to classrooms. So we've raised over $200,000 from this golf tournament. It's amazing. Bill Galvano has personally been working hard to make sure there's dollars that flow to our classrooms. We're so happy he and his family have chosen the Manatee Education Foundation to support. Absolutely. So not only are they really the clearinghouse for not-for-profits in Manatee County, other not-for-profits can use the foundation so they don't have to pay for an audit, they don't have to pay for some of those services, but also the vast majority of dollars Manatee Education Foundation raises goes right to our classrooms. Teachers write grants for $500, and then the Manatee Education Foundation actually funds their grant. And the donor is able to actually hand the check to the teacher at the beginning of school rally. So it's so exciting that teachers get to see the fruits of their work. Well, this is a voluntary board. There are approximately 24 people on this board, CEOs, different people, leaders in our community, and their sole intention is to help the classrooms in Manatee County, to put money into those 2,800 classrooms.
Oh, absolutely. This is very important for the community. Number one, it brings the community together and it unifies the community in what we're trying to do here, which is, endorse education. I mean, that's the foundation of the community. It's the foundation of our country. It's what everybody wants to move forward, and that's what's happening here today. And to have so many people show up here today and support this event and raise this kind of money for the Manatee County School Board is phenomenal. The first year that we did that, it was in Fort Myers, and my brother Pete and I and Bill, and we all worked together on that, and Bill picked up on it. He said, this is a fantastic event, and I could really see this moving into the Bradenton, Manatee area, and if you don't mind, I'd like to step up and bring it there and see what we could build up. And here we are today, 16 years later, and smashing success. That's a very good point, because typically these type of events, after 3, 4, 5 years, they start to taper off and then they disappear and nobody sees them anymore. But this one just continues to build steam and grow and grow and grow, and we're very proud of that. And it's the community that's making it happen. Well, everybody that's out here today is great in the mere fact that they're taking time away, sometimes from their families, and coming here today and dedicating their time for school children that they may have met or may have not have met. So we're proud of everybody that's here today, and especially the volunteers that have given countless hours to make this tournament a success.
Yeah, this is about 8 years now, on and off. I haven't participated in every one of them, but I started 8 years ago. It's a great event. Helps a lot of kids. Education is the foundation of everything we do. Well, education, as I said a few minutes ago, is so important. Everything is based on education, and when a community gets together, puts their efforts together to raise money to help continue helping our young children learn and become productive, it's huge. I am. Well, we had a chance to talk to him a little bit last night, and I served 6 years in Tallahassee with Representative Galvano. Bill and I have become very good friends, and so, and I know the effort he does in this tournament and the effort he makes to help the children of this area. So it's a pleasure to come down here and support him in anything he does.
Well, to me, first and foremost, it honors the memory of my father, who was somebody who really valued education, knew the importance of equipping young people with knowledge so they could go forth into the world and do what they need to do to accomplish their goals, meet challenges, fulfill their dreams. And this tournament honors that memory, and by honoring it, helps facilitate exactly that. The money goes into classrooms and gives our school children in Manatee County opportunities that they might not otherwise have. Well, that's our goal, and it means that it's a well-run tournament. The team we have here is amazing. The foundation staff and the board members all come together to make it happen, and we try to make it better every year. And if we don't keep improving, then we're not doing our job. What I would say is that these are tough economic times, and in Tallahassee, as well as you see in Washington, budgets are tight, and when we have an opportunity to have a public-private partnership with businesses throughout the state, frankly, that's something that we should all support, because at the end of the day, it's for our children.
There's no way that we can do it alone. There's no question that for education to work in the state, for public education to work, we have to have the support of the community. And this is one of those great public-private partnerships where volunteers and businesses in the community work to try and do things for the teachers in our community. And it's a very good relationship, and it's something that, especially in these tough economic times, we genuinely need. Well, Charles, I don't think there's ever been any question that people, the general public in Manatee County, supports education. We all know that education is the key to our economic recovery. So, we appreciate the support that this tournament gets. We appreciate the fact that Representative Galvano has come up with this and continues to support it with his clout, and allows us to have the Education Foundation be able to support our teachers the way they are able to. Well, I've got Mr. Gagnon as one of the people in my foursome today, so we'll be the curriculum team.
Well, it's important to get the funding for education. What Bill does and the Galvano family does is incredibly important because there's not enough funding out there from the government for education, and this is a great way to help out. Well, I think the community recognizes the importance of it, and I think with Bill as that ambassador to go out and do the things that are necessary in the community helps out tremendously. So I'm looking forward to another 16 years or more of this. I'm actually here just to support the group. I'm not even here to play. I'll go around and just make sure everybody's having a great time and help out as best I can.
Because the Education Foundation does amazing things. For example, in this country we have a digital divide where there are children who will be disconnected from critical educational opportunities because they don't have broadband in the home. The Educational Foundation bridges that divide through programs like Connect Your Community and their support of that effort. It says that at the end of the day, we can try every governmental program we want, but it is community, it is a village, it is the success of all of us coming together that will really make a difference. What I'd really like for the community to know about supporting education is that is what will differentiate our country. As we look to find opportunities to strengthen the economy, as we look to find opportunities to make sure that America remains a great nation, if we don't have a really strong foundation for educating our youth, we don't have a hope of making those goals a reality.
Well, I'm John Lakin from Bradenton, Florida, and we have Assante, who's my client. I represent him as his lawyer, along with my brother Ken Lakin. And Armand's joining us at Phil Galvano event here in Bradenton at the Legacy. We want to say thanks to the Legacy, to the Galvano family, to Bill Galvano, who's been instrumental in our community in raising funds for the Manatee Education Foundation. And it's an honor to have Assante. Not only is he a client, but he's also a good friend and a big fan of the arts and a big fan of education. So I just want to say, Armand, welcome, and some thoughts when you're in how we educate young children in this day and age, high school kids in the arts, and where some of this good money is going to go.
Yeah. Well, it's an understatement to say that the educational system in America today is severely underfunded in regards to teachers and in regards to facilities that help students find out basically who they are. I think that the arts have always added an incredible wholeness to an individual, and particularly in the case of the work that Bill Galvano is doing in the name of his father, this Manatee Educational Foundation is a phenomenal example of how a community can be completely proactive for kids in terms of what they need educationally. And one of the key issues, I don't care what city you are in America today, is that this issue is paramount and urgent. And I just want to salute Bill Galvano for that reason. He's real. He is doing the kind of work that the arts and humanities and educational system for children in the U.S. today need desperately. This is not just an issue of children. This is an issue of teachers that are volunteering themselves to teach in schools that are severely underfunded. Some of the best schools in America, believe it or not, are so underfunded that they actually have teachers who are volunteers. The general public often does not know that, but the point is that this is what this is about. I'm very proud to be associated with Bill Galvano for doing what he's doing, and especially that he would have asked me. I think he knew that my family is a family that came from the arts and also the educational system. I have a number of teachers in my family, and I heard this as a boy growing up as being a consistent issue that we as a society have to confront every day. So I thank Bill Galvano, the Manatee Educational Foundation for having me here, and all my friends, my lawyer, John Lakin. I don't want to announce the surprise, you'll all hear soon. But anyway, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you. God bless you.
The only thing is that Armand did not dress for the golf course, but he's ready to go.
This is the way I normally dress for golf. This and my cowboy boots.
Thanks so much.
I was a kid, came from a blue-collar family, and we had extra jobs and stuff to put me through, and I know the value of education because obviously I made it, and Yeah, I am so fortunate. And when you get to this position, you want to give back a little bit. Also, from an economic standpoint, just the community as a whole, bringing jobs down here, having a workforce that's very, very talented and diverse is everything to continuing the economy and to build upon it. So that's the reason I just love kids, too. Got 12 grandchildren, so it's engagement. People are finally realizing these things after years and years and years of relying on others to do the job. Everybody has to be involved or it's not going to get done. You know, resources are so stretched today that it has to be something that everybody step up to the plate a little bit and do it. And that's the beauty of the Education Foundation, is because we provide those extra incentives that can't be provided with tax dollars. So to have this kind of a showing out here, everybody knows everybody else, everybody is totally engaged in the soul spirit of what this is all about.
And who's your foursome today?
I'm playing with Mayor Poston, Chief of Staff Carl Callahan with the City of Bradenton, and Warren Simmons with Willis Smith, who's on the board.
And who's keeping score?
Actually, you know, we usually let the contractors keep score, but they always carry erasers with them. So it's one of those things that it really works out well that way.
Well, first of all, I got to tell you, this is my 13th year playing in this tournament. I was there, not the very first two, but the third one on, other than one that I missed. And it's a great opportunity for our area and our community to participate in the Manatee County Educational Foundation, of which I serve on the board. So obviously this is a phenomenal fundraiser. The Galvano family, of course, has been absolutely wonderful to our community, to the foundation, and basically to the children that live in our community. So it means a great deal for me to be out here, to get to, obviously, to see some of my old friends, the Galvano family, friends from Tallahassee, a lot of the people that participate in and have been participating for many, many years. Today's a great day. Well, I think it shows the participation both from our community, the involvement of the Galvano family and their abilities to bring people together to make this thing happen and to make it work for the educational system in our area, Manatee County primarily. But you know what? It shows that people do believe. They do believe that they can participate and make a difference by participating, giving money, being here, showing their support. So that means a great deal for our area. My foursome is Jack and Keno Corey and Richard Davis, and it's really sad to say that it looks like I'll be the best golfer in our group, and I'm not a good golfer, just so everyone knows.
One last question for you.
Well, first of all, I got to go back to 8 or 9 years ago when I first became a member of the Educational Foundation, and I really didn't know what they did. However, I've learned over the years that we need people in our community, we need people throughout the state to participate both financially as well as just of their time, energies, and efforts to make a difference in education for the children of Manatee County. So, if they've not been involved, they need to get involved. This is a phenomenal organization that has done so much for the education of our children and our community.
Well, I think this would be about 13. I'm around the 13, and it's always great to turn out for my old pal now, Bill Galvano, and of course in the memory of his dad. They're a great family, and they're blessed with great weather today, so they're going to raise a lot of money, and that's what it's all about. So they're a great group of people, and always have a wonderful time here at Legacy. It's become a tradition that I thoroughly enjoy, I must say. Well, and that's it. And of course, you know, there's a great organization behind it. That doesn't happen without, you know, people wising up and you know, really getting on the case earlier and earlier. So, but they have such a good experience, a great, as I say, great crowd of people, and it's not difficult. You know, it's not a difficult sell when you do come and have a great time and enjoy yourself. That's what life's all about.
My gosh, I think from just about the beginning, it's such a wonderful event. It raises so much money for education. It's just a great event. Bill has worked on, his father was, as you know, an avid golfer, Tony Jacklin, a great relationship, and what they do for the community through the Education Foundation is phenomenal.
They give a lot of money to the Education Foundation, so we are in.
I think it shows the community really is picking up on the fact that the Education Foundation does a lot of work that the taxpayers don't have to pay for. It's the foundation, it's the people who really believe in education, and this shows it. The community is behind this, and they've done it extremely well.
Provides a lot of extras for the kids of Manatee County.
No, my wife and I are in a foursome. Senator Garrett Richter's in our foursome, and a friend of mine, David Ramba from Tallahassee, is in our foursome. So we're going to have a good time.
Oh my, the importance of education is family, togetherness, be supportive of one another.
And again, it's all about the value system, and I think that's the one thing that we really lack anymore. We see a decrease, I think, in the values, and the Education Foundation shows that there's a lot of people who still believe in those same values, with strong education, a huge economic development for the community, and the only way we can get that economic development is through proper education.
Well, it's an exciting day for us and for Manatee County. What a great tournament and what a great foundation to support. So I'm excited to be here and be part of it. It's giving money back to our schools, helping kids out in our community, and that's what it's all about. So it's a great day here at Legacy. Well, as you well know, Charles, education funding has not been overwhelming from the state level over the past several years, so this is just another way to get money back into the schools to help kids out in our community. So it's a great, great endeavor to support. I think it says a great deal about our community. Bill Galvano, of course, has done a marvelous job of bringing folks together and supporting a great cause. So it's really exciting for them to be here in Manatee and Sarasota County to see what we're doing and to be part of it and to contribute in such a significant way.
Well, hi there. Yeah, this is a great day. This is a fantastic event. I'm on the board of the Manatee Education Foundation, and this foundation raises a lot of money for the Manatee school system, which, as you know, is needed right now. And this event right here is a classic event. It brings out all of the top players and the top politicians and business people in the area and creates a lot of revenue for the Manatee Education Foundation. Well, what it says to me is that this community is very much supportive of education and all the aspects of education. And as we know, to make things happen, it requires money. And so this event, along with a lot of other events that are held by the Manatee Education Foundation, help to create the kind of revenues that we need to give our children a better education.
Well, first of all, this event this year seems to be bigger and better than ever, and I think that's really a tribute to Bill Galvano, who promotes this and got us involved many years ago, and it's really a question of when Bill calls and asks for anything, we do whatever he wants. But obviously it's a fantastic cause. Going to education, you can never lose with that. Absolutely, absolutely, and like it goes back to Bill Galvano. Bill Galvano bringing the community together. It's great that we're going to have him running for state senate. We've dearly missed him over the last 2 years, so it's going to be great to have him back. But what he does for his community is why he is so loved and endeared. I would tell them this is an amazing cause. This is for school children, anybody who has children, anybody who plans to have children. We know how important it is. I have 2 little girls. Education is probably one of the most important things in our lives, so you just can't get a better cause. I would tell them get involved, especially in your community.
Well, I tell you what, this is the caliber of this tournament, and you see the guys right here that are all first class, and we're trying to do the right thing for education. Armand last night talked to the whole group about how important education is and thanked everyone for all that they do.
Thank you very much.
And his family were teachers, so he understands the value. So we're here supporting it. We know what's going on, and we're just happy to be here. But I've always made the argument, a lot of people said our schools aren't very good here. But I tell you, my children went to college. My son went to Emory, then he went to Tulane Law School. My daughter went to Stetson. And great kids, good education. They were ready. They can compete with anybody.
Yeah, my daughter starts at the University of Miami, graduating this year from Manatee High School as a senior. She's going to the Frost School of Music for opera at the University of Miami as a public school, and it's a great thing. It's a great thing.
And just like John, we really believe in this program, and the more money we can put into the school system, the happier we are.
Who's in your foursome?
I have Carl Callahan, my chief of staff, and we have Warren Simmons, who's a construction guy, and we have Rick Foley, who's on the school foundation board and been there many years.
And there's no keeping score. I was going to say there's no foot wedges.
We have a pencil with an eraser, so we're prepared.
This event is one of our 2 very most important because it raises as much money as the other one at the top 2 on our list of potential fundraisers. What it says about this community is how wonderful they are and how important they see public education in Manatee County. For our community, the public education system that we have in place has created opportunities for our students to be at the best institutions across the Southeast and even up in the Ivy League. That's what we want to do.
And Charles, if I might just add, Bob Gause, school board member Bob Gause just said to me, you know, if you can dream it, you can achieve it, and we're really looking to expand this tournament next year, so we see the community even getting a bigger push behind us, and we're excited about that. So couldn't be a better year than this year, and we can't wait to get out there now and get ready to play.